Now let us look at the second question now. It says now, calculate the coordinates of L. Calculate the coordinates of L. We must calculate the coordinates. Here is our L. Calculate the coordinates of L. Right now, what is it that you are going to do now to do this one? Remember now, we have the line LP and also the line LN. Then it means we are going to use these two lines to determine the coordinates of the x value, the x coordinate of L, as well as the y coordinate of N. Right now, what is it that you are going to do? Of course, if these two lines intersect at this point, at these 2 points, these two lines or these two lines are equal at this point. Therefore, since now we have the equation of LP as well as the equation of LN, now we are going to equate the two. We take the equation of LP, which is y is equals to minus x plus 2. And we take the equation of what? The equation of Ln, which is y is equals to x plus 8. We just equate the two because they intersect each other at what? At point L. Therefore, we have minus x plus 2 is equals to x plus 2. Minus x plus 2 is equals to x plus 2. X plus 8, right? X plus 8. And therefore, now we solve for x. We take this on the other side. Minus x is equals to 8 minus 2. It's positive on this side. On the other side, it's going to be a negative. Therefore, minus x, it's a minus 2x, which is equals to what? Which is equals to 6. Then I divide by minus 2. Therefore, x is equals to a minus 3. Then we are happy now. We have x as a x coordinate of L there. It's a minus 3. Now the question then will be, of course, we are happy we have x. How do we determine the y? How do we determine the y coordinate of L? Of course, it's not a problem. You just substitute the x in one of the two equations. Just substitute x in the one of the two equations. If I take the first one, therefore now we say y is equals to minus 3 there plus 2. The negative times negative is a positive. Therefore, the answer is 5. Of course, now the answer said you must determine the coordinates of what? The coordinates of L. Then the answer will be the coordinates of L there. It's a minus 3 as well as what? Minus 3 as well as a positive 5. Now we have the coordinates of L. Right, so far so good, boys and girls. I think you are following well. Remember, if you don't get something clearly there, you can just ask the question so that you can get the clarity on that question that you don't understand. Right, 6.3. 6.3 now says, determine the equation of the circle. Very important question. Determine now the equation of the circle. Right, now, first of all, before we determine the equation, now we need to look at the circle. What type of the circle is this? Is it the one that is centered at origin, or is it the one that is centered at any point? Of course, you are right. That is the second one, the one that is centered at any point. Good. Now, what is the equation of that circle? What is the equation of the circle centered at any point? Yes, I can see now most of you have this one right. I can see that most of you have this one right. You know that the equation here is x minus a all squared plus y minus b all squared is equals to r squared. No? Yeah, x minus a all squared plus y minus b all squared is equals to r squared. That is 100% correct. Right. Immediately then from here, what do you do now? Remember we said when you determine the equation of the circle. Now, you must remember now we said we need the following. On that circle, we must have the center. We must identify the center and the radius. Or you identified the center or a point on that circle. Right, now, of course now, one will say, good, now I have a point on this circle. This is the what? This is the center. It means I have A as well as B, right? Do I have the radius? No, I don't have the radius. The only thing that I have on this side, it is a what? It is a point. Of course, now it means now first we'll have to calculate there, the radius. Good. Now, let us now substitute our center here. That will be x minus, our a there is a minus 4 all squared plus y minus 4 here squared is equals to r squared, right? Now, when I simplify this one, it's going to be negative times negative. That is a positive 4 all squared plus y minus 4 all squared is equals to r squared. Good. Now, from here now we are happy with everything. But the problem now is we don't know what is the value of r. If you can have the value of r, then we will have the equation of the second. Now, what is it that we must do now? We just take the point now because we said we don't have the radius. Then it means you must use that point wherever we set the point L. Now we substitute point L, which is minus 3 as well as 5. We substitute this one now to get the value of r. Right, the x there is a minus 3, then plus 4 all squared, and now we have y is a 5 minus 4 all squared is equals to r squared. Now from here, minus 3 plus 4 it's a 1, then 1 squared is 1, plus 5 minus 4, 1, and now when you square it also it's a 1, which is equals to r squared. 1 plus 1 is 2, there we are. Then r squared is equals to 2. Boys and girls, of course, you can determine the value of r. From this one, you can determine the value of r, saying that you apply the square root on both sides, then the square root of r squared there, and the square root of 2 there. You see that r is a square root of 2. Of course, especially when you find the equation. Especially when you find the equations, you can just leave it here, because what is it that you're looking for? I'm looking for r squared. Once I have r squared, then I can just substitute it in there. Then everything will then be what? Everything will then be fine. Therefore, now let us now answer the question. Therefore, the equation is x plus 4 all squared plus y minus 4 all squared is equals to the square root of 2. Then this is the equation of the circle with the center M at a point minus 4 and positive 4. Right, very important, boys and girls. When you determine the equation, check the center, the radius. If the radius is not there, check the center and the point.